Hi, I'm Chris Barman and I'm here to help you rid your business of the tyranny of high transfer fees and dismal low conversion rates on international payments. At Business Expert, we often hear from freelancers and business owners who are getting stung by expensive payment charges from high street banks. But these days, there are other options. Providers like Revolut and Wise offer low-cost accounts that support the needs of businesses that make international payments from the UK or are based overseas. But how does it all work? Well, we're going to talk you through the advantages and key features of the Revolut Business account, explain how it can reduce international payment costs, and provide practical steps to help you use the platform effectively. Now, before we get started, you can find a detailed review of the account in the description of this video. Now, let's get into it. The problem with traditional banks. If your business makes frequent international payments through a high street bank, you're paying over the odds. Why? Well, firstly, the transfer fees are usually higher. That's the fee you pay to send a payment to another country. With the high street banks, you'll typically pay a fee based on the transaction method, amount, and the recipient's bank. These fees vary but are usually between £8 and £20 per transaction. Then there's the exchange rate. When you send money to another country, it must be converted into the recipient's currency so that their bank can accept the payment. Banks use the mid-market exchange rate, which is the midpoint between the buy-in and sell-in price of any two currencies. Getting that rate is the best case scenario for you. However, high street banks typically add an exchange rate markup. That varies by provider, but around 2.5% is common. That can represent a significant cost if you make lots of international payments every month. Now, you also have to think about processing times. In business, cost isn't everything. Time matters too. With the high street banks, payments usually take 1 to 5 business days, but they can take up to 8 days to reach the recipient's account depending on their location and currency. That can slow everything down, particularly when a supplier will only ship goods once the payment has been cleared. How Revolut Business saves you money? Okay, so that's the status quo with a high street bank, but how does Revolut switch things up? Well, on the whole, you can expect lower transfer fees. With Revolut, you pay a £5 fixed transfer fee for every international payment outside your monthly allowance. On the growth plan, you get 5 free international transfers a month, increasing to 25 on the more expensive scale plan. Unfortunately, there are no free international transfers on the basic plan. Then, there's the exchange rate you receive when converting the money. At Revolut, you receive the mid-market rate with no markup. You'll only pay a markup on weekend exchanges or if you've exceeded your account's usage limit. That can save you a big pile of cash. In fact, according to Revolut, you could save £18 every time you exchange £1,000 into a different currency. Revolut also allows you to open and hold multiple accounts in different currencies at the same time. Each currency account has its own unique account details, so you can receive and make payments in over 30 currencies at no additional cost. You can also make up to 1,000 payments simultaneously, which can be a real time saver when making multiple payments to overseas vendors or employees. Step-by-step guide. So now we know why Revolut is often cheaper, but how do you actually make an international payment with Revolut? Well, fortunately, the whole process is nice and easy. First, log into the app. Find your way to the payment section, which you'll find on the bottom menu, and click send. Then choose your transfer method. Revolut Business offers various international transfer methods, including Swift payments and SEPA payments that are to and from the UK and EU. Next, add your recipient's details, including their full name, address, bank name, and IBAN or Swift code. Then, select the currency and transfer amount. Finally, review the payment details, including the fee and exchange rate. confirm it, and track it in real time. Now, here are a few quick tips to help you get the best value when making international payments with Revolut. Before sending the transfer, make sure you're aware of your plan's usage limits so that you can avoid unnecessary fees and currency markups. If you need to make a payment on the weekend, it might be worth exchanging the money into the recipient's currency in advance and holding it in your multi-currency account in advance. That will help you avoid the weekend markup fee. If your plan has monthly exchange limits, you can also benefit by thinking ahead. For example, if you know that you're going to make multiple international payments in December, exchanging currency in November can help you avoid inflated fees. However, that can be a bit of a gamble as you never know which way the exchange rate is going to move. And if speed is of the essence, the fastest way to make an international payment is to transfer money to another Revolut account. If the recipient doesn't have a Revolut account, SEPA transfers usually arrive within minutes, and you can check the estimated arrival time in the app to see how long different payment methods are likely to take. Use cases and examples. Now, Revolut's USP is the ability to open multi-currency accounts and make cheap international payments. It also has many of the other features businesses need, such as accounting software integration, an invoicing tool, company debit card, and expense management solution. But simplifying foreign transactions is where it really comes into its own. For example, if you're a UK-based freelancer with clients in the US, you can use the Revolut app to create and send an invoice or send the client a payment link. The customer can then make a Swift payment to your GBP account, and you can track the transfer in real time. Alternatively, you could open a US dollar account at no extra charge, so the client can send payments directly to that account without the need for currency exchange. The benefit is that you'll receive the money more quickly. Once you receive the payment in dollars, you can hold it in your account and convert it into GB pounds at the mid-market rate. Another example is if you run an e-commerce business with international suppliers. In that case, you can use Swift transfers to send international payments to suppliers in over 160 countries, or set up direct debits in pounds and euros to simplify the process. You can choose to split the transfer fees with the receiver or pay all the fees beforehand. If the payment is in a currency you don't hold, the money will be exchanged at the mid-market rate. And if you're making lots of payments abroad, you could consider upgrading to the Revolut Business Enterprise plan. That allows you to negotiate custom terms for no-fee international transfers and tailor your monthly currency exchange cap. Pros and cons? So, when it comes to its international capabilities, Revolut can be a game changer for your business. But what's it like overall? Well, we love how easy it is to set up an account, the excellent mobile app, the good range of account features like the invoicing tool and accounting software integration, the 24/7 customer support via the app and online chat function, and the good range of accounts to suit everyone from new freelancers to established businesses generating millions in turnover. But what's not without its downsides is, firstly, there's no cash or check depositing facility, which could make it a no-go for some businesses. It's not protected by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. Some of the features are only available on the more expensive plans. There's no loan or overdraft facility, and the weekend exchange rate markup can be annoying. But overall, if parts or all of your business is based overseas, or you're in the UK and make and receive international payments, there are no two ways about it. This commission-free multi-currency account will save you money. Throw in the rest of the functionality, the great app and the low fees, and it's easy to see why it's our top choice for everything from digital nomads and e-commerce sellers to growing an established business. Now, you can check out the Revolut Business account for yourself using the link in the description. And if you're already an account holder, please share your experiences or tips in the comments below. All that's left to say is thank you very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please like or share the video and subscribe to our channel for more reviews and comparisons of the best business essentials.